Elysium, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos, champion of the great halls of Tyrachus. The elves know me as Spear Yellow, the dwarves know me as Zoe Hootstanges, and to the northeast I am known as Gasmanius Maestar. But there may be other secret names you do not know about, some so powerful they'll turn your insides out and outsides in. Just kidding. I am in fact Terrence Gonzalez Cortez, and that peculiar spectacle you just watched is a fun remnant from my middle school days. It is a little something I like to call a fearless introduction. However, I am not here to teach you how to craft absurdly long names. I am here to teach you how to craft a real, fearless introduction that resonates with the people you meet each and every day. I want you to imagine something for me. Imagine you're standing on the edge of the world, watching others make connections, share laughter, and build relationships. You yearn to participate, but the thought of voicing your name, sharing your story, causes your heart to pound. This may sound familiar to you. That is because it is a true statement for most of us here in this room. The world is abundant with opportunities for connections, but all of it just seems out of reach, doesn't it? According to R. Rohner's interpersonal acceptance rejection theory, or IPAR theory for short, our fear of introductions is tied to our fear of rejection and desire for acceptance. Today, we are going to change that. Today, we are here to master the art of fearless introductions. Today, we will uncover the problems many face when it comes to introducing themselves, explore its impacts on society, and finally, present a solution to overcome it. When I was much younger, I had to move schools a lot, and this moving of schools caused me to think about something. How will I get through this? I was in a sea of chattering students. I felt entirely alone. It was as if there was an invisible barrier of social expectations in front of me. However, this barrier is not unique to just me. It is a common experience shared by those moving through the transitions of life. As someone who's had to move schools a lot, I can relate to the nerve-wracking task of introducing yourself into a new environment, especially high school. However, we can change that. F. Leishman and F. Lewick found out that our fear of introductions is tied to our fear to ask people and connect with people in a way that you never could imagine before. So this isn't just about being nervous. It's a significant issue that can deeply impact our mental well-being. When I was moving around, as you know, I had a friend of mine, and for confidentiality's sake, we will call him John. And John never really took the opportunities to introduce himself. He became isolated and anxious. He became disconnected from the world around him. And this is what happens when you don't introduce yourself. You begin a cycle of disconnection. The cycle of disconnection points out that every time you close yourself off, you lose out on more opportunities to introduce yourself. And with the loss of those opportunities, you will never expand and grow. So how will we change that? Mi Zhao and Wei Ping Lin of Tokyo University stated that our life satisfaction is tied to our personal growth and social support. Life satisfaction is defined as how satisfied we are with our own lives. And when our life satisfaction is high, we will be happier in a way that on whole new levels. It begins a cycle of connection, if you will. With each new person you introduce yourself with, the more opportunities you gain to expand your relationships with more and more people. So this is why I am here today, is to teach you how to craft your own fearless introduction and make sure it resonates with the people you meet. So it may seem I just put an entire mountain of expectations in front of you of what a fearless introduction should be. However, there are practical steps to changing that. Firstly, we can use empathy and compassion. Empathy is defined as connecting with people on a personal level, not just understanding their feelings, but actually stepping into their own shoes and feeling their own feelings. So you never know what other people might be dealing with. They could be going through their own problems of not being able to expand. So take initiative, reach out. Humans are social creatures. We need these relationships to thrive, or else we'll meet a heavy downfall. Second, you need to be authentic. When you're yourself, you'll be able to connect with people in a form of social expectations that was never thought of before. A 2019 Journal of Social Psychology study found out that when you're authentic, you send out a positive energy that others find attractive. And finally, the third way we need to master the art is to realize that it's normal to be fearful of introductions. And when we realize that kind of issue, then we'll be able to find more and more ways to overcome that. So, to just summarize what I've just said, whether you're a crazy wizard or a normal human being, you can connect with people on a way that you've never thought of before. And when you practice that kind of introduction, then you'll be more confident in yourself. And I want to thank you for listening to my story. This story has hopefully inspired you to create your own fearless introduction. So go out there, be fearless, introduce yourself to someone new tonight. Who knows who you might meet? You never know, it could be a new lifelong friend. Till we meet again, some sunny day.